Hey ladies and gentlemen, every day I get hundreds of messages from women saying, is there something wrong with me? I can't achieve an orgasm through penetration. I see these movies, I see things that other women I talk to say they can, and I can't. But I can through external stimulation. And here's the thing. Evidence has shown that only around 15% of women can actually achieve an orgasm ever through penetration alone. Meaning the other 85+% of women require external stimulation. Why? Because of this thing, the clitoris. We think of the clitoris of this little bulb right here, which is great. Super important. Pay attention to it. But it's a full organ. What you see is the top of the clitoris that's covered by the clitoral hood. But what you don't see are these arms that extend down that are called crura and the vestibular bulbs. This whole structure has literally 10,000 plus nerve endings. It is the quintessential part of pleasure for most women. Now, here's the thing. Why doesn't the vagina have those type of nerve endings? Well, that's actually really important. The outer third of the vaginal canal does have a lot of nerve endings, and there's a lot of sensation there. But the inner 2/3 have very few nerve endings in terms of stimulation. Why? Well, imagine if the vaginal canal had the same amount of nerve endings that the clitoris has. It would make what is already incredibly painful, like your menstrual cycle, intercourse at times, especially if without enough lubricant, and childbirth, going from already unbearably painful to perhaps unsurvivable with that much stimulation. So it makes sense. Now here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with you if you cannot achieve an orgasm through penetration alone. In fact, there's evidence to suggest that the women who can are not actually achieving an orgasm just through the penetration. What's actually happening is they are experiencing clitoral stimulation through friction on the outside, as well as pressure and friction on the vestibular bulbs and crura during penetration. And that has to do with their anatomy and the anatomy of their partner. Now, here's the thing, guys. Everybody's so worried about their length. Remember, there's very little nerve endings in the vaginal canal in the inner 2/3. So while women are often feeling inadequate about their inability to achieve an orgasm through penetration alone, men are often feeling inadequate about their size, both of which have very little to do with her pleasure. So what are you going to do? You're going to pay attention to this. She'll be grateful. Ladies, that's what you're looking for. Now, men, ask her. Ladies, speak up and tell him. This is the only way that things get better in intimacy, is through open and honest communication about what you like, what you don't like. And there's a very important thing that I want to say here, as I always stress consent. If there is either partner who is not interested in something and the other partner is, after conversation, if things have not changed, the partner who is not interested in that activity wins. Period. No manipulation, no guilt trip, no withholding, none of these things. The person with the boundary is the person who gets the final say. Full stop. Now, we're going to continue our female anatomy lecture, but it's so important that we talk about things like pleasure, the realities of the human body, and the fact that what you see in media and the adult industry is not realistic, and it sets both men and women up to fail. So these real important conversations have to keep happening. We have to normalize the taboo. I'm not going to stop. Thank you for your support. Let me know what else you'd like to talk about. Love ya.